Alrighty, let's do this. Supplements, let's jump straight into it. Nice, easy one for today. Something you're probably all curious about. Everyone wants to know the supplements people are taking, see if they can get that edge. You're gonna be a little bit disappointed on what I have to show because it's really not a lot at all. 2 products with the exception of a RTD drink, just because I enjoy it for the flavor. But I'll give you a quick rundown, explain why I'm having these 2 products at all and why I don't really take a lot of supplements. Okay, so product number 1, pretty straightforward, probably guess it. It is protein. So just a standard protein powder, either a whey or an isolate whey, just depends. If I can get my hands on a product for free, my family owns fitness centers, so if I can get my hands on products for free, I just get what I'm given. Beggars can't be choosers. If, however, I am buying it, then I want the best of the best, and my go-to choices are either True Protein or ATP Science, okay? So if I'm paying for it, I want the highest quality. If I'm getting it for free, you get what you're given. Beggars can't be choosers, okay? So that is what I've got for the time being. I think it's Extend, is it? Yeah, Extend Whey Isolate. So it's still decent quality protein, but if I do have my pick of a lot, it's going to be True Protein or ATP Science. Now, the only reason I'm even having that is because I have oats twice a day. So for my first meal of the day, I have oats. I don't really like the taste of oats by itself, so I just chuck a scoop of protein in for that reason. And I have it for my last meal of the day as well. If I wasn't having oats, I wouldn't have any protein at all. I don't like to have shakes. It's just to add into the oats to make them taste better. I actually hit my protein target consistently, easily, every single day, even without having the protein added in. So the protein powder is not a necessity. Like, unless you are struggling to get protein into your diet, then yes, the protein or protein shake could be a good substitute to help get some protein in. I do have some of my clients take it that do struggle getting protein in. However, for the ones that don't have a problem getting daily protein intake in, there's no real need to have it. So don't think you have to buy it, don't think you have to have it, particularly if your protein intake for the day is quite good already. Chucking that in on top doesn't mean you're gonna build more muscle. That is not how it works, okay? So as long as you're getting that 1.5, 2 grams of protein per kilo body weight, you're gonna be completely fine. So if you're not getting that, then yes, adding a shake in can help. Now, second product. Let me start by saying I wouldn't even be taking this if I hadn't listened to a podcast about it, heard some of the benefits and thought I want to try this with some of my clients. And then now I want to try it on myself to see if it is going to work. However, if I hadn't listened to that, I wouldn't be having the product. I wouldn't have even got any of my clients to try it out. Originally got my clients to try it, particularly for the fact the way I was training at the time, it wouldn't have been any benefit. I wouldn't have seen any result because of the way I was training, the way I was eating. You have to be eating in a deficit. This is only going to help very, very slightly, minutely. I would be getting all the same results now through my diet, through the exercise I'm doing in terms of the weight loss, but I'm just adding this in to see if it does make any difference. I actually did notice some results with a couple of my clients doing this. What I listened to on the podcast, what they're explaining was to do fasted cardio after having taken L-Carnitine. So this is the second product I am taking is L-Carnitine. As you can see, I had to pay for it. So I got ATP Science. I only want the best of the best if I'm paying for it. It's 2 grams of a morning. Then I do 20 to 30 minutes of fasted cardio. The clients that already have that were doing fasted cardio, and it's not because I recommend to say, hey, you need to do fasted cardio, but it's just these particular clients didn't like to eat first thing of the morning and then train just based on what they're doing. So we just rolled with that, okay? So clients that I work with that already eat of a morning and then go train, we stick to that, okay? But some people just don't like to eat of a morning, and I'm in that same scenario. The only time I'll eat breakfast is well, 2 things, if I'm going out for breakfast or if I plan on training after breakfast. But when I say training, like more of a CrossFit style workout, if I'm just doing like say some weights or going for a walk, then I won't eat. I don't feel a need. I don't feel like I need to. So it's easy just for me to fast. It actually helps me keep my calories down for the day. But some people need to eat first thing. So that is a very individual thing, okay? And that's why I've only implemented it with some of my clients. We did notice a bit of a result, which is good. And now I want to try it for myself. I do like to experiment with different things, with supplements, exercise, training. I like to try things out, see if things are going to work. I should note this isn't going to work better than eating in a calorie deficit. It's not going to work better than you getting your steps in. It's not going to work better than you going to the gym lifting weights, okay? This isn't going to be some sort of magic pill or magic powder in this case. It's not going to do anything for you that you're not going to get a better benefit from eating accordingly to what your goals are, training accordingly to what your goals are, okay? It's going to slightly, very, very slightly enhance those effects. And when I say slightly, I'm talking maybe even 0.5%. If I can get even 0.5% 0.5% out of that, I'd be cheering. I just want to see, experiment with it to see if there is any noticeable difference. This could be a one and done deal for me, or if I do notice some benefits, maybe this could be something going forward if I'm trying to lose weight for whatever reason. Obviously in this situation, I'm doing a bodybuilding comp, but say summer's rolling around, I want to get a bit better shape, a little bit quicker, maybe I implement this in. If I don't notice much of a result, I won't bother taking it. In years past, normally every summer I like to try and drop a couple kilos, getting better shape for the summer. I've never used this, just good old diet and exercise, but because I'd heard that podcast, heard some good things about it, I was like, why not just try it out? Again, I just like to experiment, see how different things work. So again, not a necessity, but they're the two things I am having. The only other thing that I'm having on a day-to-day basis, and it's just more so to be transparent, more no other reason, but I'm having a Fitaid, a carbonated RTD, purely for the taste, something sweet. I could be having a sugar-free soft drink for all I care. It just happens to be a supplement. The only other thing is if I don't have this, I might have a carbonated C4. Again, just for the taste. It does have a bit of caffeine in it. This has got a very small amount of caffeine. It's not even really for those effects. It's just for the taste, something sweet. I like the carbonated. But aside from that, that is literally all I'm having. Keep it simple. I know you probably want to see a nice big supplement stack of all these different things. At the end of the day, you're not going to get any results better through supplements. In fact, the supplements won't even compare. You're not going to get any good results from supplements that you can't get through diet and exercise, okay? So if you're trying to lose weight, you need to eat less than what you're burning. If you're trying to gain weight, you need to eat more than what you're burning, okay? And when I say eat more, it doesn't mean eat anything and everything, okay? You need to eat slightly above your maintenance calories, about 10% of your total daily energy expenditure. And you need to be lifting weights. Even if you're trying to lose weight, you need to be lifting weights, okay? Everyone should be lifting weights, not just to put on muscle, but for bone health, strength, especially as you get older, dexterity, okay? It's gonna help with balance, coordination, lots of different things, okay? So everyone should be lifting weights. You should know what you're putting into your body. Even if you're just at maintenance, you're just trying to maintain your physique. Not everyone wants to be lean. Some people are happy being a couple kilos heavier, but there's a difference between being a couple kilos heavier and being obese, okay? There is a big difference. This isn't to put anyone down, but when we say obese, that is at a risk for your health, particularly as you age. You're susceptible to different diseases. If you get sick, you're more susceptible, okay? So there's a difference between just being a few kilos heavier than what you should be and being obese, and that is what we're talking about, right? We want to try and come down into that healthier range, okay? So that is what we're talking about, and hopefully these are the sorts of things you can implement, particularly with the diet, which I'm going to talk more on later on. But yeah, don't think you're going to get all these great, amazing results through the supplements, because it's just not the case. It's like sort of the icing on the cake. So with the protein, if you're not getting that protein intake in as needed, that can help bump it up. I'm yet to see the results from the carnitine. Again, if I get 0.5% benefit out of it, great, but this could just be a one and done thing. I'm just running an experiment, see if it is going to make as much of a difference as the claim. I heard on the podcast, there were studies to back this up. So it wasn't just people saying this, there were studies done on it. They noticed a greater fat burning effect. I'm just curious to see different horses, different courses, okay? So not everyone's gonna respond to the same thing, okay? So one thing to take into consideration. Hopefully that helped, guys. Any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM. Always happy to answer. If not, I'll catch you later on talking more about my diet, mindset, etc., etc. Have a good one.